Hi, I'm Sharon Coburn Robinson, Principal Director, Bureau of Gender Affairs in the most exciting place to work, the Ministry of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport. So I'm speaking about a very innovative and cutting edge initiative that's called Outstanding Father Awards. We call it OFA for short. This is our eighth staging, meaning we started in 2019 and every year since then, even with COVID, we still had our Outstanding Father Awards. And that's because we value the work and the contribution of our fathers. We have a few objectives that we explore every year. The first one is to highlight the invaluable contributions of fathers and father figures whose dedication, sacrifice, and leadership have positively impacted their families and communities. Our second objective is to recognize outstanding fathers from across Jamaica who exemplify commitment, resilience, responsibility, and excellence in fatherhood. And our third objective is to promote positive fatherhood, male engagement, and family well being by showcasing role models and encouraging active paternal involvement in national development. Now, this year's theme was built around ensuring that we upscale since we have been doing it. This is our eighth year, as I said before. And so our theme for 2026 is built on strength and sacrifice, honoring resilience and commitment. Now, we normally would do this in two parts. So we first start off with a spa day. That's a couple days before the banner event, which is OFA, the Outstanding Father Awards, where we allow for the fathers and father figures, as well as male members within our ministry, to be treated to a spa day. A spa day is a day where they get a chance to relax, let their hair down, put their feet up, literally, and get their back massage, their fingers done, haircuts, anything that they think that would allow them to be able to feel relaxed and pampered ahead of the day itself, which is going to be the Sunday following our OFA Awards. We also have games that they play and relaxing games like domino and so on that allow them to be able to unwind and bond and network. We also have a healthy treat for them where we normally have our smoothies and other fruit blends that allow them to treat their palates and allow them to relax as well and to just understand that we care about the contribution they make, and that's our way of honoring them. Today's activity was phenomenal. We had 61 fathers that we awarded. And while we did not have our minister in tow, we had our state minister who handed out most of the awards. And we also had our two permanent secretaries, PS Denzel Thorpe, the PS, and then we had our other PS Dino Bernard, who also assisted in handing out awards and also deliver the minister's speech in addition to his own take on it. What we thought about today's event is that while we love to honor our fathers, we understand that a lot of what's happening here is going to take us into another level, take us to another level, because once we honor these fathers, we recognize their contribution. The ricochet is that their own children, their partners, their family members, members of their community, colleagues whom they work with, will be able to see how important it is to recognize, reward, affirm, and just ensure that whatever it is that has been given or is being given, whatever it is that they are doing that is considered as relentless, positive male engagement, will allow them to show up and be present physically and mentally, emotionally, and psychologically. We also want to ensure that we move away from this image of men as worthless dads and as abusers and perpetrators. We want to change that narrative and reframe that so that what we see would be men of distinction, men who understand how to treat women and how to treat their families, and men who will step up to the plate and do what is required so that they will support their families, support their children or child if it's just one, and in their workspaces will be respectful so they will not be considered as persons who are troublesome or persons who will get into trouble. Now we know that they are not perfect. We don't see them as angels, but we know that we can work with them. And if we work together and try to make sure that when something happens, they stumble, that they pick up the pieces, apologize very quickly, and make sure it doesn't happen again. If you didn't show up yesterday because you missed an appointment, show up tomorrow and make sure that you continue. Once you've started on a path of redemption and a path where you want to see yourself developing and becoming the best version of yourself, then this is why the Bureau of Gender Affairs does this since 8 years ago, since 2019, and we plan to continue that in addition to the number of things we do with other partners. We were happy this year that we had so many partners coming on board. This is the first year we've had so many partners coming on board. And so we were happy for the partnership. Because of the partnership, we were able to award persons. We had Q&A, the question and answer segment, where persons were able to respond correctly to questions that were asked and win prizes, such as even a day pass at one of those fancy hotels, a day pass for two persons where they could go and relax, and perhaps the same spa treatment that we gave them on Tuesday of this week, they could get that done while they're at this resort. And they could also just take a family member with them. It is for two. So they could take that family member and come away from the hustle and bustle, from the work and the intensity of the office, and just relax. So we're very happy about how today turned out, because what we saw was family. What we saw was networking. We saw resilience. And just as the theme says, we're honoring men. We're making sure that we continue this work. So resilience continues. We have been picking up the pieces since Hurricane Melissa. The work is not over, and we know there's lots more to be done. But we're just happy on this side that we are still able to do what we can do, our part of development, our piece of making sure that we continue to support each other. Because at the end of the day, it's about development and how we want to show up for each other. I thank you.